Previously on MasterChef Australia.
Welcome to MasterChef. New city, new kitchen.
The battle of the sexes kicked off.
The boys are just gonna cream the girls.
And the girls drew first blood.
The dish of the day.
Tonight, it's personal.
Boom. Shut down. Red is dead.
Boy versus girl.
We're ready to beat the boys again.
I got awful.
Who eats this stuff?
In a cook-off that challenges the contestants
Are those actually cooked?
and the judges.
That dish is one of the 5 worst dishes I've ever had in the MasterChef kitchen. Bucket for Mr. Colabares.
Burning up in my heart like a flame, like a brighter shooting star in our souls. We all know our dreams make us who we are. We got today, so spin me round and show me the way back to burning up in my heart like a flame, like a brighter shooting star in our souls. We all know our dreams make us who we are.
Here you go. It starts now.
Morning. Last night was our first night in the MasterChef house. I'm sharing with 21 others. I thought sharing with 6 people was hard at uni.
8 big guys in one room. Do you know what that smells like?
Oh, mate.
I heard a rumour that there's been some snoring in the boys' room.
Who was that? Well, Dan was going, and then Kelty was going, and then...
No, it wasn't guilty.
It wasn't?
No, it was...
Woke up last night, mate, and I must have been cutting down trees because the room was empty. If I was loud enough to clear him out of my room, hopefully I will have kept the girls awake.
Michael sounded like a freight train. People ended up sleeping on the couch.
Oh, rise and shine, let's go.
Sounds like bears hibernating in a cave.
They've given me a nickname, the Hurricane. Michael Todd, I'm from Adelaide. Look, I won't bullshit you. Barra's a safe fish. You can pretty much up and no one will know. Pardon my rancor, but I'll speak the man's language if you don't mind. My cooking style is at sometimes risky. I like to involve the fire when I cook. You know that manners don't matter that much to me, particularly when it comes to the kitchen. What message would I send to the rest of the contestants? Look out.
My name's Daniel Churchill. I'm 23 years old and I'm a strength and conditioning coach from the Northern Beaches of Sydney.
I'm a confident guy. I'm a part-time model. Natural. Wow. All that, you touch it.
I want to inspire and educate people of the Gen Y generation.
Let's take it 2. Let's do that again.
How'd that go?
And we go.
Damn. Hell yeah, what do you think?
Confident?
Well, mate, you gotta wake up confident.
I just need to wake up. Gonna beat these boys.
Traditionally, women are the cooks. So the only way guys know how to cook in the first place is because they learnt off us.
Okay, come and get it. Aprons are here, fellas.
Yesterday we won the first round of the Battle of the Sexes.
Today is a redemption day. We have to win this battle.
Love being up here. It's the power. Yes, that's exactly right, Clarissa. Welcome to the MasterChef kitchen and the battle of the sexes. It's on. The girls won the first stoush. And that, boys, must hurt.
Of course it does.
You think the testosterone got in the way of good cooking?
I think so. Like, I went around and sort of had a look. I looked at the pumpkin soup. I already knew that it'd have too much onion.
Seems like we have a food critic in the group.
Tasted the meringue, too sweet. I looked at the mushy peas. It was grainy.
Completely out of line.
There's issues across all of it, so.
I think it's constructive feedback for them, so, yeah, that's how it is.
You know, it's a blokey thing. Speak up, call a spade a spade. Jules, what do you think about that?
For us as women, I think it feels like we've been it's been rested on our shoulders, every woman in the world. It's been the age-old question, who cooks better? And we've been given that responsibility and we don't plan to fail. Yeah.
All right, let's get down to business. But before we do, I've always wanted to do this. What do you reckon? Is that the right height now? Yesterday, we kicked off the Battle of the Sexes in Australia's most famous sporting arena, the MCG. Girls, by the narrowest of margins, you won.
Woohoo!
That means you pick up an advantage. Ready to find out what it is?
Yeah!
Inside the kitchen is a selection of proteins, seafood, meat, eggs. You get to go inside, pick the protein you're each going to cook with before the boys even see what's in there.
And there's always a little kicker, because there's 11 proteins. See where I'm going? 11 of them. So first in, first serve. It's like the January sales, because let me tell you, some of them are a little bit more desirable than others. Because when we say protein, we mean protein.
My dream plate would be brains, or I would like some form of offal.
Oh, offal. I don't want offal. Please don't give me offal. Oh, offal.
The protein's there for you to grab. Girls, go.
I'm first at the table, just like a meat fest on there.
There's all this weird stuff, and there is the offal plate. So we all look at Nolene and say, you can take that one. Nolene is the offal queen.
Once I got my hands on that snapper, I was thinking in my head, yes, I have this in my pocket.
I've taken a pile of mints. I feel pretty lucky, to be honest. I'm staring around at a few odd things.
It's an octopus. No one stopped to talk.
It all happened so quickly. I had never tasted eel before, and I have no idea what to do with it.
The girls are all lined up. And they're all smiling like Cheshire cats.
That win has given us a lot of confidence, and we're ready to beat the boys again.
We'll find out soon enough.
Boom, shut down. Red is dead.
Yesterday, you competed boys versus girls in teams. Today, boy versus girl. To stay out of the elimination that's looming like a storm cloud on the horizon, you have to do just one thing: beat the person opposite you. If you don't, and your dish is deemed one of the 6th worst of the day, you'll find yourself in that elimination where you don't want to be.
Well, girls, you've chosen the protein that you're cooking with. Question is, boys, what are you cooking with? Strangely, you locked it in when you chose where to stand, because you are going to cook with the same protein chosen by the person directly opposite to you.
Sounds like chicken. No chicken?
I'm lined up opposite Nolene, and she's giving me a steely gaze. This worries me.
Can I change positions? Anybody want to swap?
What could you be cooking with today? Beef cutlet, delicious duck, or the dreaded offal? Ladies, put them out of their misery.
I got awful. I got awful. I don't know what to do with offal. I've got brains, kidneys, sweetbreads. What are sweetbreads?
Kelty, you're an Irishman. You should be able to cook with all that brilliantly.
I'm confident.
You're so not confident. Look at her, look at her, look at her. She's like the Yoda of offal over there. You are in, I think, a world of pain. You're in a world of pain. Samira, what do you get?
Snapper.
Barra.
I can't stand fish, but I'll eat snapper. That's the only type of fish that I like to eat. Is it like a snapper?
Not really, no.
I don't know what to do with barramundi.
Totem, I saw your face when that barra came out.
I've been fishing since I was 5 or 6, so fish is like massive in our family.
It's going to be interesting.
And that's when I went into panic mode.
Boys, you're going to beat the girls? Yeah! Girls, you're going to beat the boys? Yeah! 90 minutes to cook a meal, free range in the pantry. Your time starts now.
Go. The basket.
Run over to the pantry, and it is a madhouse in there.
Oops. Behind.
So no idea where anything is. Everyone's banging into each other. Baskets are getting flung around. I've taken someone out at the knees. It's a little hectic in there.
Come on, girls!
Whoa! Come on, boys!
My name's Clarissa. I'm a classically trained singer.
I'm making a rainbow trout on Papillote, which means it's steamed inside a paper casing. Fish in a bag.
So I'm cooking against Nikki.
What's he doing? What's he doing?
And I seen him pinboning his trout.
Using my fingers to make sure that none of the bones are getting through.
Which suggests to me that he's rather confident with the fish.
He's a highly intelligent guy. Yeah, I'm probably pretty nervous.
My name is Nikki. My friends call me Sumo Chef. I've been known to put everything under the sun inside my mouth.
What's something new that I haven't tried for a long time?
We've got
some special today.
I've had a beating heart of a cobra once in Hong Kong. It still beat while you're eating it. Delicious.
Nikki. Yes, George. Cooking in the MasterChef kitchen. Finally.
Finally.
Hey?
Good to get my hands dirty.
Well, you know, because we saw you do a lot of that.
Talking.
Now it's time for a bit of that.
The dish is going to be rainbow trout croquet. Chopped up some fresh dill from the herb garden outside.
OK, I like that. Trout croquettes versus on papillotes.
It's just fish in a bag to seal in the flavours.
Nikki, you got your work cut out, buddy.
I do.
I've decided to cook a Vietnamese dish called bún chả, which is traditionally cooked with balls of pork mince. It was only a few weeks ago that I was sitting with Mum on a small plastic stool in Hanoi eating bún chả. It's a dish I'm pretty passionate about, and I'm doing the best I can with non-Vietnamese mint and using beef, so hey, it's Pip's version of. We'll see. So I'm cooking opposite Michael. He was really happy when he saw we had beef mince.
Look, I've been given a gift, there's no doubt about that. I've got one of the easy ones, yes. It shouldn't be too hard at all. I've chosen to cook cottage pie today. One of the favourites around the home. Key to a good cottage pie would be balancing the normal salt and the saltiness of a Worcestershire sauce and a fantastic potato mash to cover it off at the top. I've made this dish before so many times and I've never got it wrong. Perfect.
I got awful. This is my worst case scenario.
Kelty is really concerned. I can see him sweating.
Yeah, I'm scared of Nolene because I've never used brain, and I think she's going to use all the elements on here, and I don't know what to do with brain.
So what's your dish, Nolene?
I'm just going to have a platter of offal. I'm going to have crumb brains, sautéed sweetbreads. Kidneys, I'm going to paint them in a mustard sauce, and lamb's fry, traditionally.
Nolan's using all of it, all of that offal. I don't know what half of it is.
Kelty, what are you cooking?
I'm going to be making some braised liver with some sautéed mushrooms on a bed of creamy mashed potato with a thick onion sauce.
Kelty, really complex dish happening over here. But in saying that, hang on. Creamy mashed potato, liver, onion gravy, absolutely delicious if it's cooked perfectly.
Perfectly.
I don't know how to make liver taste good. There's two things on the plate that I can get right and hopefully will get right. That's my mashed potato and the onion sauce. Even then, I'm not going to be able to taste my own food because I hate it.
We have 90 minutes to cook and it's head-to-head with the boy standing in front of us.
Come on, boys, fire up!
Come on, girls, let's get this home!
But if you cook one of the 6 worst dishes, you go into elimination.
How you going, Emma?
Awesome, Linton. How are
Come
you?
along.
He's nice. But we still want to win.
Today I'm cooking barramundi, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Yesterday was amazing.
Samira was the dish of the day.
I was in heaven. I don't want to be flop of the day the next day. I'm cooking against my mate over here who's very familiar with fish, and he used to go fishing from when he was young. He seems very, very confident with himself, so...
Good luck to you anyway.
Oh, I'm going to crush this, absolutely.
My name's Totem. I do believe that I can win this competition.
Hey!
I'm certainly an honest person, so yeah, I tell how it is.
What I'm looking at doing is pan-fried barramundi, crispy skin, fondant potato, and a nice Beurre Blanc sauce.
To pan-fry barramundi with that thickness would take 10 minutes, so I'm going to leave mine towards the end. Should be good.
I'm absolutely mortified looking down onto my plate. I've never eaten eel before. Andrew had that, you know, the eyebrow thing going.
I don't know what his forte is, but I'm hoping he's not that great.
I'm really happy with what I've got.
I'm making a potato and eel cake with a tomato relish. Yeah, Nia. She's opposite me today. I have no idea what she's cooking.
I'm still testing. I have no idea.
She must know how to cook with this. Because, like, why else would you choose it?
This was not what I wanted.
I've been happier with croque.
I have no game plan. I decide to pan fry it with a little bit of marinade of turmeric and salt. I then decide to taste it. And I gagged. Eel tastes like gone bad fish. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
Round 2 in Battle of the Sexes. Who's going to put up the best food? 60 minutes to go.
Come on, guys!
I'm cooking some goat ribs. I love goat because it's my mum's favourite type of meat, and that's all she cooks in the kitchen. Dan's cooking opposite me and he's doing just the same.
I'm absolutely devastated. I've never seen goat like that. Ribs with not much meat, covered in fat. Hopefully it will be tender enough from braising in the tagine.
Time will tell.
I have not cooked with barramundi before. I've only cooked with snapper. I'm not a fish fan. So I'm going to try and do it exactly the same way I do my Middle Eastern snapper. I'm cooking some kahadra today, which is a Middle Eastern dish. Barramundi seems like a meaty fish. Deep fry it, crispy skin. How hard could it be?
Samira, you reckon you might have cooked the fish a bit early, hey?
No, I like to cook mine early and get it ready.
Mate, she's crazy. Why so early?
It only takes sort of 7-8 minutes, 10 minutes max. Whether that's going to dry out by the end of it, I'm not too sure, so.
Battle of the sexes, boys versus girls.
What would you love to get?
Oh, well, I think mince is such a... I think mince is brilliant.
Yeah?
But it's so versatile.
Yeah. Look, I'd go the eggs.
Lucy and Vern, I mean, they got the eggs, and Lucy's doing that beautiful sort of cold set souffle.
Yep.
What wouldn't you want to cook?
I know straight away the goat ribs wouldn't go near them. Not a lot of meat on them, and I'm thinking, gee, what would I do?
Everyone, I'm sure, would be saying at home they're awful. You know what? I actually love the sweetbreads.
The biggest part of my dish is already done, and that was the preparation of it. I'm now about to prepare the sauces. I've got it under control.
Remember the school liver?
Yeah.
Grey.
Dry.
I mean, I think this is the challenge. You can pick things that you love, and then the person on the other side of the bench is in a world of pain.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm worried. I've just got liver here. I think she's cooked heart and kidneys and knees and...
You know, it's every man for himself.
I'm cooking whole trout on Papillote, which just is a fancy way of saying it's in paper. I'm feeling kind of nervous, but really wanting to keep my calm.
Nikki is a very fierce competitor and, you know, his croquettes sound great.
The dish I decided to do today was a rainbow trout croquet. So I start binding them together and it's looking quite nice. I dropped it into the hot oil and it just fell apart. I don't think there's enough potatoes in them and it's just not sitting properly. I didn't want to make it too potatoey. I tried to incorporate it with a bit of panko breadcrumbs. I thought maybe shallow frying would be the right option. So hopefully I'll get something to serve out.
Beef or barra?
Beef or barra?
Eel or offal?
Bat or Gary?
You got less than 30 minutes to make it perfect.
Come on, boys, come on! Come on, boys, come on! Hustle!
Come on, girls! Bring it home strong, girls!
If these hold together, then I'm okay. They taste great, so yeah.
Have you enjoyed dissecting that eel?
Yes.
I heard you nearly threw up when you were taking the skin off.
Very close to it.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
You know you really need to love something to cook it really well,
I
don't
know,
you?
I'm trying.
Love it. Love the eel.
Sorry, I'm freaking out today.
I knew I didn't like eel, but the reality is I'm not doing this elimination. Curry comes naturally to me. It is one of my better skills that I rely on.
This is Kerala fish curry.
Because everything else was so strange, it just felt the right thing to do. I decided to go with Indian-inspired curry base and eel fish balls.
Hopefully, it'll be a eureka moment for me today.
I'm cooking my buncha. See how it turns out. Hopefully well. Then I look over at Michael and he seems to be on his way to success, you know.
I just need to maintain my focus and keep an eye on the prize.
I've never used one of those before, eh?
Haven't you?
Yeah, what are they called?
A moolie or food mill.
Moolie.
Yep.
They're bouncing around like a bunch of ping pong balls dropped from a great height. It ain't working. Don't know what's happened. They just don't want to mash. As they say in the classics, I'm buggered if I know. And then the worst thing happens.
Are those actually cooked?
Are those potatoes cooked?
Yeah, they are.
Because like you're trying to make mash, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Will you cook them enough?
I thought I did, and I'm running out of time.
Because, you know, the last thing we want is kind of like nutty, undercooked potato chunks of it. Maybe you need to be thinking about exactly what you're doing with that.
All right. Chuck 'em was my first instinct, so in the bin they went. Thanks, Matt. But hey, let's face it, there's no turning back.
Michael, how's the dish going?
So I did what I could. I've got 20 minutes left. Hopefully, if I can get the water up, I should just make it.
Looking at the clock going, oh, God.
We'll get there.
Are ya?
One of my favourite sayings is, live by the sword, die by the sword.
We're loving this. Battle of the sexes, girls versus boys. Oh. But less than 15 minutes to go. Come on, woo!
Come on, everyone, get it out.
It's really important to me to show people that I'm not afraid to take on a challenge. I'm cooking 4 components. I'm really confident because my opponent was using only 1.
There's something wrong with Noeline who enjoys this. I can see nerves and tubes and everything going through this piece of meat.
There's a lot of blood coming out of there.
Who eats this stuff?
There you go on, George. There you go, Michael.
Waiting for the potatoes to cook.
Oh, no.
No, your big
It's like
mate...
watching paint dry,
It
isn't
is,
it?
but your big mate in the brown suit came and rattled me.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's his job.
I've now made about 15 damaged croquettes that's fallen apart. So I just kept putting breadcrumbs in them. They're sticking much, much better now. So hopefully these ones will actually turn out. And I really want to try and serve up a sauce with it. Joy to me is creating dishes that has never been done before. What makes my cooking style special is that it's very experimental.
You've got my veal sweetbreads.
I do.
And the tongue as well, please.
There we go.
I'll make something out of that tastes delicious. Throw me instant noodles, I'll turn it into gnocchi. If you improvise well, you get something spectacular. I wanted to make a mozzarella foam. I just thought of it in my head.
Nicky?
Yes, sir?
What's going on?
Let's have a little bocconcini.
What are you going to do with them?
Blend them up, siphon bottle, charge it, air it out.
What? A siphon bottle?
George,
oh, Nicky.
Leave the guy. Leave him.
Grab the bocconcini, blended it with a bit of olive oil and milk. I put it in a siphon bottle and charged it up.
Oh, God.
I think it's going to be great.
I'm looking over to the rest of my team and they seem to all be doing great. I was just thinking in my head, why didn't I just do something simple?
Samira.
Yo.
How you going?
Really bad. Just the skin turned out horrible. It's disgusting.
It's gone soggy?
Yeah, and I want to rip it off, but...
I mean, you cooked it an hour ago, so if it sits there,
Yeah.
it's gonna steam and get soggy.
It wasn't meant to be like this. I destroyed it. And it wasn't fixable.
Of you, 11 proteins, with only 1 minute to go!
Come on.
Come on, guys.
I get the potatoes off. They're cooked just enough. 30 seconds to go, no colour. What can I do? Blowtorch. That'd be great.
10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's it. Tools down. Time's up. Good job. Well done.
Time is up, and after I see the other women's dishes, I'm just amazed at the standard.
Lucy, that looks amazing.
How's you go, Pip?
It's debatable.
Looks great.
It looks good. It looks good.
Feeling good, and I'm praying like no tomorrow my curry will save me today.
I had a look across the table there, and you know, with the sweetbreads and everything that she made, yeah, I'm worried. I had a vision in my head, and it's not what I wanted.
You had 90 minutes to cook us a delicious dish using a single protein. Some of you got what you wanted, others didn't. At the end of this tasting, we'll find out who's cooked the better dishes, and of course, more importantly, who's cooked the 6 worst dishes of the day. For those 6 people, straight into this competition's first elimination.
Neha, Andrew.
I've cooked a smoky eel and potato croquette.
That is so yummy. I'm salivating. It's got a smokiness. You're an eel expert.
Thank you.
Neha, what's your dish?
It's a South Indian inspired eel done 2 ways.
There's some great elements to this dish, but there's some elements too that I'm not entirely convinced by. What I'm tasting on this little curry here is a great flavour of curry leaves, but raw turmeric. I'm getting a lot of turmeric and too heavy for me.
Neha, you can't get overwhelmed. When you walk into this kitchen, you own this kitchen. This is your kitchen now, okay? This is your home now. And you just, that eel got a little bit on top of you.
I was criticised on a curry that I normally do well. It's very demoralising to start a competition that way.
Andrew, you took that round for the boys. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
It's time for the Trout. Nikki, Clarissa, come forward.
To be honest, I think I took a bit of a gamble making that mozzarella foam. But in my mind, I was quietly confident.
Oh, Nikki, I'm scared of the blowtorch, mate.
Clarissa, what did you cook?
Trout on Papillote with chips and a carrot mint salad.
Fantastic. Nikki, what did you cook?
A dill smoked trout croquette.
What are you doing, Nikki?
It's a mozzarella foam. What I'm hoping that what it will do is actually
give it a nice butane taste.
Make it all gooey again.
Amazing. Give me that. It's confiscated from you for the rest of the competition.
I won't use it again.
I love a nice croquette, don't you?
I love a nice one. Oh, man, that's bad.
It's bad, yeah. Really
man,
bad.
that's really bad. Did you try that? You have to try this. I'm going to make you eat a big spoonful. Come on.
That's it, Nikki. Choo-choo.
What's wrong with that, Nikki?
It's not right. It's wrong. It's rank. Texture's like a bean curd.
Curdled. Whereas this, on the other hand, Carissa, looks like you've used your full 90 minutes.
Is it cooked? Oh, look at that.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Well done. Really, really good, Carissa.
How beautifully that's cooked.
Thank you.
What's wrong?
I just can't believe I'm eating with you. Just can't believe it.
Clarissa, welcome to MasterChef.
Thank you.
It was really lovely to be received in that way. It has really encouraged me and built my confidence, yeah.
Nikki, don't forget, just because you've lost this round doesn't mean you're in the bottom 6. We've still got a lot of dishes to taste.
Ben?
Tempura duck egg.
That's very clever. I reckon it needs a little bit more flavour.
Lucy?
Cold lemon souffle.
Man.
Wow.
I think we found our pastry queen in the bunch.
Well done, girls.
Seasoned ribeye with a chili jam relish.
A spicy Indian-style roast with mango chutney.
If I was going to a restaurant, I'd come back for Rishi's dish.
Emma? What'd you cook?
Pan-seared duck breast.
Linton?
A crispy skin breast and amaretto cherry dressing.
I like that one.
Samira and Totem, up you come.
I am so embarrassed. And to know the judges were going to taste it killed me.
Totem, what did you cook?
I did a poached barramundi with fondant potato, grilled asparagus, crispy skin, and beurre blanc.
Potato beautifully cooked, great flavour on your beurre blanc, just enough acidity. So I think that's a really, really good first step, Totem. Well done.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Samira, what did you cook for us?
I tried to make some kihara, which is chilied fish. Usually I do it on snapper,
Yeah.
and I hate barramundi.
OK. That skin's going to be interesting, huh?
You started off by not loving that barramundi, and it just flows through. The skin is a bit rubbery and it's not nice at all, but there's actually some nice flavour in there, all right? It's about technique, understanding what the product is, and love it. You got me?
Yep. My heart just shattered to a million pieces. I don't want to go home knowing that I haven't showed the judges what I can make, what I can do.
Pip Michael, you're up next.
Go, Michael.
Pip, what did you cook?
My take on bún chả, Vietnamese street food.
Pip, we were all there. You took us to the place.
So
You're
glad.
the real deal, man.
Thanks,
well done.
guys. That's awesome.
Michael?
George.
State the obvious.
Cottage pie. I'm happy with the way it tastes. I'm not happy with the way that it looks.
All right, let's get stuck in. Lots of problems with this dish, Michael. Lots of problems. And we really should have seen more in 90 minutes, let's be honest. It's not hard to boil potatoes, it's not hard to mash them, and it's not hard to do what hundreds of thousands of families do every week, and that's cook a basic kind of savoury mince. And you've tried to glaze it with a blowtorch, I think, which is weird.
I wanted some colour.
In terms of MasterChef Kitchen, this is the sort of food you want to put up. This is the way to blow us away. This is the way to get us happy. That's the way to go home. Early.
Christina, Xavier. Xavier.
Tonight I've cooked salt and pepper calamari.
Christina, cook a good dish. What is it?
Stuffed squid with a spicy tomato sauce and roasted baby fennel.
From now on, we're going to call you Australia Post because you deliver.
Thank you.
Oh, the goat ribs. Not looking forward to this one.
Faisal.
I curry-fied my ribs.
Dan, how about you?
Goat rib tagine.
Boys, I don't think you need to taste this. Dan, the ribs have totally defeated you. Liliana?
Silver side with salsa verde.
Daniel, what's your dish?
It's a corned beef in a red wine and juniper berry sauce.
Well done. Love it. But this is my favourite.
Thank you so much. Can I give it a hug?
Yeah, of course you can.
Thank you. Oh my God, I needed that.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Well, we got to that favourite part of the tasting for George Columbaris. Nolene, Kelty, bring forward your offal.
Nolene.
Those sweetbreads are crispy and crunchy and delicious.
That mash with the leeks, buttery, smooth, rich. Those crunchy sweetbreads and those crunchy brains. We'll be happy boys. Kelty, would offal have been your first choice?
When I see the offal, it was just my worst nightmare.
I'm just trying to find a bit that hasn't got sinew in it. I'm being brave, Kelty. I'm being brave.
Come on, George. You can do it. Yes.
Let's be blunt to start with, shall we? It looks really insipid, and when you cook offal, it's the worst thing you can do, because you've got to really... You're all right, George.
Bucket for Mr. Columbaris.
I've got nothing to say, Kelty.
That dish is, I would arguably say, one of the 5 worst dishes I've ever had in the MasterChef kitchen. Bad cooking, bad flavour, bad dish. We can joke about it all we like, but you need to cook better than that if you want to survive in this competition, because in any other day, just on the taste of that without tasting any of the other 21 dishes, I'd send you out the door with that dish, because it's terrible. Terrible.
Liver's awful, and it got me. I should have used those brains.
Overall, the girls had more good dishes than the boys. That means the girls have won this round of the Battle of the Sexes. Well done, girls.
A fantastic feeling to know that we've beaten the boys, yet again in the battle of the sexes.
Better next time.
I'm shattered again. Like, to lose once is enough for me. I hate losing. The word lose it sucks.
That's the bragging rights of this round decided, but obviously there's a more important and more serious matter. We've tasted your dishes in this second round of the MasterChef Battle of the Sexes. We have our 11 winners. We have 11 people who have been less lucky. We now have to decide which 6 of those 11 go forward to tomorrow's elimination. We'll now name the 6 contestants who failed to impress today. If I call your name, please step forward. Kelty. Nikki. Samira. Michael. Dan. Neha. There are normally 3 things that get you into an elimination. Bad judgment, bad technique, or just bad luck. Dan, you perhaps got the toughest draw. I think you pushed yourself quite hard and your lack of butchery skills saw you fall over. Michael, you need to do more.
Played it too safe, Matt.
You need to do better.
Agreed.
Nikki, croquettes, no flavour. Kelty, you also had a bad draw. The idea of no-lean and offal is a pretty terrifying combination.
My worst nightmare.
Yeah. Samira, wrong fish for the dish. Neha, too much turmeric. Simple mistakes, small mistakes, but mistakes that find you in the elimination tomorrow.
There's something that you 6 have brought us from your homes, from your kitchens, and that is spirit. Forget what's just happened. Think about what's gonna happen. Come with your guns blazing, yeah? You got it? Off you go, good night's sleep. We'll see you back here in the kitchen to cook.
See you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.
Next time, the bottom 6 face the first elimination.
The first dark day of the competition.
And there's a little help from home.
Oh, that's my fridge. That's my fridge.
Oh my goodness! I don't know how they brought it here. It's massive.
Oh my God.
And you got my salt and pepper shakers.
It's just amazing.
This is the battle of the sexes. Don't let yourself be the first casualty.
Let's go, guys. Come on. Work.
Roll.
Yeah, mate, he worries me. He really does.
But if home isn't where the heart is...
It ain't amazing. I'm not excited by it.
Home is where they're headed.